Yeah. And then if someone comes in or if someone comes late, would you just let them in?
Absolutely.
And cool. So I think I may have lost you for a second, but I'm going to come back to here. Okay. Got it. All right. Can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. Beautiful. We're just going to wait for a few minutes. I just wanted to welcome those of you who are jumping on live stream or watching this or catching up on us, but we are going to be covering a multitude of topics for as long as we have the time to do it. So we'll just give people a few more minutes to start, since we're going to start at 9:30 and it's only 9:26.
Jesselyn, one of my astrology team members wanted to join in. It's Kay. Can I send her the link? Okay, thank you.
Yep, of course. Maxie, where you at? All I see is your little grin. I just also want to make sure that you guys have paper and pen handy. Do you need like blank paper?
I have.
Okay, you have
Was that
plenty.
good?
Yeah, that's fine. Cool. We're almost there. Ooh. Maybe we'll put this a little bit up higher.
She got the laptop webcam, got the phone.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that works out. Oh, we got some Lori here. Okay, cool. Welcome, Lori. I don't know if you had a chance to check out the email, but you'll want to have paper handy. And then I also have never done the breakout rooms. How do you do that? I don't know if I know how to do that. Let's see. Do either of you does anyone here know how to do breakout rooms? I haven't done that yet.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I'll Google it real quick. See if I can.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So someone said they did not get it. So let's send it now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. I looked it up. It says in the navigation menu, it says to click account management and then go into account settings. Do you want me to talk you through this or do you not?
Okay, so I have to go to the
Yes, sign into Zoom web portal as an administrator.
Oh, got it. So I have to do that already. Okay, so I'm in here. All right.
Okay, and then you'll go into account management, and then you'll click on account settings. And then let me know when.
So it says account settings. Yep.
Okay, meeting tab.
Okay.
And then under the meeting, it says click in the break room toggle to enable it. Yeah, in the meeting advanced tab, it says click the breakout room toggle to enable it.
Yes.
And then it says if a verification dialog appears, click enable to verify the change.
And I'm sorry, if what?
It says if a verification dialog appears, click enable to verify the change.
Okay, cool. So it's done there, but I don't know if I have to restart this meeting or what.
And then, well, there's a, oh, actually, it's like a whole long list of steps, but well, let me know if you need me to continue on.
I mean, is that it?
Okay, so then it says, select the check boxes for the following breakout room options, then click save.
Yeah, I did all that.
Okay, all right, well then, yeah, it's just like choose the different features you want and then you save it. And I think
Okay,
that should be good. To prevent all users in your account from changing this, nah, you should be good, you should be good. All right, click and mute.
Yes, Jessica is the best. Thank you, Jessica. You are the best. Welcome, Kay. Welcome, Jason. This is exciting. We're just still waiting for Zosha. She was supposed to be here. I just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, there she is. Yay. Beautiful. Okay, great. So now that we have everybody here, I want to welcome you guys to the Intuition Accelerator. Intuition Accelerator. Go ahead and open up your refrigerator. Okay, anyway, so welcome. I am super passionate about intuition and strengthening. Hi, Mark. Strengthening your intuition so that you can be available to listen to your higher self or know what's coming from fear place or know what's coming from your heart-centered place. So a really great way that I like to drop into everything is start by deepening your breath, filling your belly. And let's go ahead and just take a few moments. If you want to put your palms up, face up on your laps, and go ahead and close your eyes, breathing in nice and slowly and deeply. Let's do at least 3 deep breaths together. Feeling your root, your tailbone, growing a root into the ground, feeling your feet on the ground, nice and stable, supported by Mother Earth. Elongating your spine, making it nice and tall. You want to have proper alignment so that all the synapses can happen. Let's do another deep breath, grounding in. We have arrived. Beautiful. I would like to go around the circle and everybody can share their name and just say why they came or what attracted them to this. So we can do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to do this. So this is Justin.
Hi, everybody. Morning. I'm Justin, and I feel like I was called here today to learn more about intuition and how it can profession of teaching school. Thank you, Justin.
Beautiful. Thank you, Justin. Awesome. They were all waving at you, which you couldn't see before. So who else would like to share? Well, I'd like for us to all say a little something, something. Go ahead,
Hi.
David.
Hi, my name is David. I know Jocelyn from Ashley's class, learning about telepathy, and she's offer us a free course to join her, so we can learn more about telepathy and work as a group. So that's why I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you. Jessica, would you like to go next?
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Jessica, and yeah, I just who couldn't use help on their intuition. So, and I really like Jesselyn, and yeah, I'm excited to be here. So that's it.
Thanks, Jessica. Mark?
Okay, good morning, everyone. Some of you know me from Ashley's class. Nice to see you, Jessica, David. I know Justin. Boy, this is like a all-star cast of friends. It's wonderful. Good to see you guys again. I run Sedona Quantum Consciousness here in Sedona. So you guys are going to have to make your way up here one of these days. And I need some intuition help. So that's why I'm hiring Jesselyn and all these other light workers around here.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mark. Hi, Jason. You want to share?
Good morning,
What brought you-
everybody.
what brought you-
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jason. I live here in Sedona, and Jesselyn's a good friend, and she made the invitation last night, and how could I say no? I mean, Jesselyn's amazing, so it's going to be great.
Aw, thank you, Jason. Maxfield. Lori.
Hi.
Yep.
Yep. I'm Lori. And it's just everything I read about it. This sounds great. I've really been wanting to learn more about manifesting, and it seems like my intuition would be a good way to get there.
100%. Thank you, Lori. How about Kay?
Hi, everyone.
Wow, is that snow everywhere?
No, it's the light of the sun. I'm in New Jersey, and I really wanted to connect with Jesselyn's medicine. So I'm really excited for the opportunity to be here. And I'm in a little bit of kind of an energetic process this weekend and not talking a lot. So I hope that's okay for this container today.
Sure.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Thank you, Kay. And Zosha, you want to share what brought you here? What you're excited about? Looks like, oh, we lost you. You're just getting ready to have the audio. Is your phone muted? It just doesn't work. Okay, got it. Got it. Who is the 307-677 number down there? Do you want to come on board?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Okay, you're there. Who is that? Who's that talking? Is that Lori? You could mute your phone if you don't already have it muted.
Sorry.
No worries. Okay, beautiful. Wonderful. So what I would love for us to do is let's just get into it. Let's just get into this all the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to start you guys off with a little bit of a warm up. And this warm up is going to include a short meditation just to get everybody on the same page. And so now that we've kind of heard everyone's voices, seen their faces to some degree, and what I want you to do is close your eyes, and I want you to imagine all of us in the same space. Not necessarily same room, but same space. So when we close our eyes, we can all go to the same space in which we are all connected and all gathered in a circle. And we're connected through our consciousness. And begin to breathe in deeply, in through your heart, as if this golden white light is coming in through your heart, filling every cell in your body with this light energy. And as you breathe out, we're breathing out this connection to each other, to this group. Breathing in light and then breathing out connection. Visualizing us all together here. We could be holding hands. Nice deep breaths. And now I'd like you to set an intention for yourself in this space, something that you want for yourself. Maybe a deeper connection to source, deeper connection to your highest self, an inner knowing. And take 3 deep breaths into that intention. And as you breathe out that intention for the group as well. What's good for all, what's good for one of us is good for all of us. Otherwise, it's not good for anyone. And I want you to set an intention now for humanity, for this planet, for this earth, this new earth. These practices that we're going to learn today are going to be some of the most powerful things that we can do to connect our consciousness. Science has studied people meditating, monks meditating, and their energy field. And when one monk is meditating, their energy field goes out to a certain distance. And then when you have another person meditating right next to them, it doesn't just go out that same distance, because when you're working on the consciousness field, when we're all connecting, when those two consciousnesses connect, 1 + 1 = 4. So it squares the energy when we are putting our consciousness together. And that's why it's powerful when we work in groups like this. So the first exercise that we're going to do is we're going to do a little remote viewing. We're going to do it a nice, fun, simple, easy way. And I'm going to give you guys a number in which you will go ahead and write it down on your paper. So you're going to want to have your paper and pen handy for this. And at the top of the page, you're going to write the number. It's just a random number. And we're going to start with this, which is the random number is 333444. So that's the number. So go ahead and write that at the top of your page. And what you're going to do is you're going to, right now, take a moment and put your hands on your heart and say this to yourself quietly in your mind. I give myself permission to connect to consciousness. I give myself permission to see the truth. I give myself permission to allow my heart to initiate, and I commit to letting my mind take the back seat. for the rest of this class. Beautiful. So the one thing about remote viewing is you don't want to guess. And generally the first thing that comes, like pops into your mind, probably sounds crazy or, yeah, that couldn't be it. Just write it down. So the really great tool for this practice is, even if you think it's a tree, don't say tree. Say wooded pillar, branches, because our mind will hold you back because we want to try and figure everything out. So we're going to do a little test run and then we'll go through and see how people fared. But really it's important to just write as many things that are coming up at the top of your head. And if you have to start thinking about it, stop, put your pen down. It means that your mind is getting in the way. And if you can put your pen down and you can take a few more deep breaths into this and then just ask your higher self, because that's really what we're doing here. We're asking our higher selves to connect, because each one of us, were a spirit before we came into this body bag. And when we leave this body bag, we're going to go back and be a spirit. So we can actually connect to our spirit in this body bag. And that's how we connect to all souls, how we connect to the one, the universal consciousness where the Akasha live. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but it's a really beautiful place to tap into. But it starts with these fun little games. So does anybody have any questions? I am going to guide us through this process as we're doing it, but I just want to clear up any questions if we have any before we start. Yes, David.
So you say we're here. So how does it work? Spirit being in our body. So you're saying that our spirit is somewhere out there floating around and our body is here and we're just asking our spirit a question. Is that it?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you're asking your higher self. We're like these little holograms.
Okay.
And so our spirit is, our higher self is the purest divine form of ourselves. And so we came down here to get all dirty.
Okay.
So we can connect to that spirit. We can connect to source. And it's when we let our mind take the back seat. And I find that really intelligent people sometimes have the hardest time in the beginning letting go of like, I think it should be this, right? So really just try and allow your mind to be quiet and just write down the first things. So we're going to want to write down impressions. So for instance, I'm going to show you an old one just so you can kind of get, so this one was a different target. And basically when I give you the target, we're going to go into a little short meditation and we're going to just see what comes up. And then when you start getting impressions, you're going to start writing them down, and you want to write descriptive words. Oh, it's grassy. Instead of writing grass, put grassy. Instead of like, you can just use descriptive words. It's easier. So for instance, this was one image, and then we're going to draw out symbols. So then we're going to take another point in time after we've written out all of our descriptor words. We're then going to put our pen down on the paper and start drawing whatever shapes want to come to us. So this is one of the images that I had in there, which is the picture of a flower. It's this 2 sunflowers. And it was folded like this in the paper. And it's interesting because when some of the people who are remote viewing this, they drew this shape, which goes all the way around, and then with this little hook off the side, because that's how it was inside the envelope. So you may not think you're getting it right. I'll be the judge of that, and just trust to write down whatever is coming out. Yes. Okay, well, we'll do a test run. Okay. All right, so everybody wrote down? Oh, Lord, I was like, what the heck just happened? All right, so this is your number, the 333444. And I want you to put your hands on your heart, just blank your mind out. Let's just be here right now, focusing on your breath, focusing on your feet touching the ground, your butt touching the chair. And again, giving yourself permission to connect to your higher self. Breathing deeply, still quieting your mind. Let's take 3 deep breaths into this quiet mind. And slowly pick up your pen and put it on the paper and start writing down any and all descriptive words. Is it cold? Is it hot? Is it moist? What are the feelings? What are your impressions you're getting? Are there any shapes? Using all of your senses, sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, perceive any and all impressions that come to you. I mean, at first, these small bits of perception might feel fragmented or make no sense. Not to worry. Continue to describe the impressions that you have at this first target site. Do you notice any smell, taste? Is there a sense that there's a structure? Is there water here? What sounds do you hear? Chirping, wind blowing? And then with your eyes closed, you can set your pen down and reach your hands out directly in front of you and just start feeling. Do you feel any sensations? Do you feel anything smooth, furry, warm, rough? Is it cold? Is it hot? If you look up, what do you see from this target? Or if you gaze below your feet, what do you see? And if you perceive any sizes or shapes or patterns, these are called dimensionals. So you can start writing those descriptors down and write any and all that comes to you. Don't judge it and don't second guess it. Just purge all impressions. It's safe to do so. And remember, the target will rarely be what you think it is. Thinking is the mind's work from the brain, and it's fraught with ego. Rather, the target will be what naturally comes with ease and presents itself to you. So if you haven't already started sketching the target, go ahead and start drawing what comes to you. Don't be concerned what your sketch looks like. This is not an art contest. Your sketch even might seem meaningless or even silly as you make them. And upon feedback, you'll probably be pleasantly surprised that your sketches are actually a rather accurate rendition of the target. You can also gain a bird's eye view of the target. So you can ask your subconscious or self to float 100 feet over the target location. And what would you see from here? Does anything stand out or surprise you about this target? Write it down. You could choose to float even higher to get an even better perspective. Be sure to jot down any thoughts or feelings that come up. You can breathe into your heart and just feel what it feels like to look at this image. Any emotions. And be mindful of letting go of being right. The need to be right is pure ego. Most important, have fun. This process should be fun. And this unconscious data is actually coming from your mind and autonomic nervous system. And remember that your unconscious is ever present and aware of all that is and all that ever was and all that ever will be. Your subconscious knows what the target is. And merely you just need to link with that target location. Trust that your subconscious has got this. And just let the process happen. And if you find yourself trying to guess, then go ahead and put your pen down. So let's put thumbs up if you're complete, or if you actually maybe raise your hand if you want a little bit more time. No, we're good? Oh my gosh, are you guys ready to see what your first target is? Woo, woo, woo. All right, here we go.
Yes,
Here
can
we
I ask
go,
a quick question?
Yes.
I'm wondering why you have, maybe you explain this, why you have a target number. What's the purpose of having the target number?
So that you know which target you're viewing. It's arbitrary.
Obviously,
It's
but
arbitrary.
okay.
Yeah, in the military, they needed to have numbers to connect to their databases to find out so they can keep everything track. And so it's just kind of like it's just like an old way of doing it. I've modified it because I've been doing it differently than what the military has done. And so this is something that I took from them. This is not how I originally started remote viewing, but I didn't know what remote viewing was when I started doing it. So now after studying it and learning different ways, that is one of the ways that they do it. And it's to track like, yeah, it's just a number.
Okay, so it's optional. Thank
Sure. You. Yeah. Any other questions before we reveal the target? Okay, cool. Let's see what people got. Oh, cool. Awesome. Okay, so let me see what you got. Who wants to go first? Okay, great. Jessica, unmute.
All right. Okay. And this was fun, so I don't care if I totally got it wrong. All right. So impressions I got were dry, warm, breezy, colors orange and dark red. I heard a wom, 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 like mechanical humming. I saw
Cool.
like V shape or chevron shape. And I got a prickly feeling. And
Wow. Okay. Dang, girl. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you got a lot of things on there. Did you draw any shapes?
I mean, yeah, I did, and they weren't very good. I mean, this was like one of them I got.
I'm not sure I could see it. It has to hold it up closer, maybe.
Oh, let's see.
I think because it's just like a white piece of paper, but.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. It almost looks like a.
There it is. There it is. Oh, almost a little closer. It's like, okay, well, oh, there it is. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. There's that shape on there too. Good job. All right. Yay. All right, Jason. What'd you get?
I got a view of sitting in a field looking out over evergreen forest with a background of like V-shaped mountains and the feeling of being really warm and it being bright and very calm.
Cool. Okay. Thank you. Mark, what'd you get?
At first, I got a temperature gauge, what looked like felt, and then came it was something beaming, something warm, gauge of some sort, maybe compass. Not that I should say what it was, but it kind of looked like that. Or then afterwards, I got more of as I was drawing, as it came to me, as a propeller. So kind of that one, a feeling of something. Maybe like Jessica's wom propeller sound, but propeller shape.
Cool. And then did you get any specific shapes? I forgot to ask you, Jason, if you got some shapes.
Yeah, well, that was the shape, so shape of the
Okay.
propeller. So yeah.
Okay. And anybody else want to share? Max, Kay, Zosha, Lori? Okay, do you want to share, Justin?
I do.
Oh, okay. We'll do Lori first. All right.
Oh, okay. Thank you. First off, this is so amazing. But yeah, I got green, grassy, golden, fields or meadow, flowers, branches, straight lines, and hills.
Cool. Awesome. I love that. All right. Thank you. And did you get any specific shapes?
Just the straight lines and like the branch shapes.
Okay, cool. All right, here we go, Justin.
Right. I have damp, soothing, quiet, chirping, and warm. And then I have a vision of a cabin in the woods and the shape of some raindrops.
All right, cool. Thank you, guys. And does anybody else want to share what they got before I reveal what it is? Going once, going twice, and sold to the highest bidder. So this is the image. So there is this field, but it's people looking off into the distance, and the sound could be the sparklers, the crackling, snapping, like those things are quite loud actually. And you got the straight lines, Lori, right, from this person's shirt, straight lines all right there. And then you also, Jessica, you got the shape of like going like this, which is the shape of their arms. Both of their arms are doing this thing. So it's like you got that shape as well. So it's like you don't know, it's like you're like, what is this? Why am I drawing it? And it seems like it doesn't make sense at all, but notice how you got it and you didn't judge yourself, you still wrote it down. So all of the feelings of like warm and looking out on the plains, it's like it's definitely a very flat area that they're standing on. So this was the first one. So what I like to do, the coolest thing about remote viewing is that you learn about yourself. And so I keep all of my target practices because as you grow, as you deepen your relationship with your higher self, you actually become more accurate. And when you're noticing, when I look back on my sheets and I'm noticing like the numbers and the shapes, I can tell like in the very beginning when I first start writing down my impressions, and then I can also start telling when I'm in my head, because then I start thinking about, it's a this, it's that, right? So potentially like you felt this movement in a like a circular thing with like movement. And so your mind, Mark, went to propeller, right? When in actuality, if you didn't draw the propeller and just kept it at like this thing that's like, spinning or creating electricity or whatever, because that's what they do. They like sparkle and it's just like shooting around, right? Because as it's burning up, it's shooting around. And so, of course, this is, I don't know how many times you've remote viewed, but for your first time, this is actually really good, you guys. So awesome. Awesome. All right. So you guys want to try another one?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. All right. So target number 3252613. 3252613. So you can go ahead and put your pen down and ask your higher self, deepening your breath, asking your higher self to connect to this target, blanking out your mind, not trying to guess, just allowing yourself to be blank for a moment. Ask your mind to take a break, that at the end of the class, you're going to come back to all the to-dos that you have at the end of the day, but you don't need to think about anything right now. This is just being present, being in the moment, be here now. Give yourself permission to tap directly in. And when you feel you're ready, take one last deep breath, slowly picking up your pen and begin to write impressions, anything that's coming up. Just relax and perceive this target to penetrate, utilizing your senses. Sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. Perceive all impressions that come to you and just dump them out. And start to recognize when you want to label something or when you think you know what it is. Use descriptive words to describe it instead of naming it. Naming it will always take you further away. There's nothing we need to know. How do you feel when you're looking at the target? Do you hear any sounds? You can also put your hands out and see if you can feel anything. Does it feel thick, thin, furry, hot? You might begin to start perceiving sizes, shapes, and patterns. Go ahead and start writing down those dimensionals. Do you notice any emotional reactions to the target? And when you feel like you've purged all of your impressions, you can begin to start sketching the target. Draw whatever comes to you, just let your hand move itself. Don't worry if it doesn't seem to make sense. It's usually often better that way. And raise your hand if you need a little more time. Okay. All right. So go ahead and just put your last little things on there as we open up the target number 3252613. Oh, all right. Who wants to go first? Okay, Jessica.
I just am volunteering because no one else did. All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Colors picking up on kind of like cream or white and pink. I got like a flashing.
Those are all correct. Those are all correct so far.
What?
Yep.
All right. All right. And then kind of like a flashing visually, wavy lines, back and forth motion, smooth feeling, and a sweet smell.
Wow, the moving back and forth motion, yes. And the wavy lines, yes. Wow. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention the things that you get right on there, circle them. So anything like you want to circle all the things and then score it. I forgot to mention that earlier, so I apologize about that. So you'll circle what you got and then write the number at the top of the page, and that's your score. So the more you get correct, obviously, the better.
The colors,
the bigger reduction. Okay,
so colors, the wavy line and the back and forth are right. But
yeah,
flashing?
and the beige and the beige and the pink.
Okay.
And the flashing, it could be considered this because there is like an imposed movement of something like opening and closing, so it could be considered flashing. So
sweet
the movement.
smell? Okay.
I'm not sure about sweet smell, but probably.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Thank you.
And then do you have any images?
Just a wavy. I just got one wavy line.
Okay, cool.
That's all I got.
Awesome. All right. Who's next?
I can do it.
Okay.
I didn't. Yeah, I had goosebumps and my nose started itching. I was like, "What is that?" but I have a bunch of shapes, different shapes. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay.
I don't know
Oh,
why,
cool.
but yeah, that's what I got.
Nice. Well, it's interesting that you got several of the shapes correct. So that's
Okay,
cool.
that's cool. I
Yeah.
can see. Yep.
Yeah. And it is funny because when I explain this picture, when I have done this to people, they do, like guys, if they're not used to doing this, then they can sneeze. So anyway, it's interesting. And you said you got goosebumps and your nose was itchy. So anyway, that's kind of funny. Cool. Okay, who else? Lori?
Yeah. So I got like X's or crosses or triangles. If you can see, that's what I drew.
Okay. Okay.
And then I got like a orange. I kept getting like an orange color. I didn't get any smells or anything or any like tactile feelings. I think that was about it.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Jason, Mark? Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I saw
I'll go.
myself,
Oh, go ahead, Jason.
I saw myself, like in a, it felt like I was in like a bright room, perhaps a greenhouse. And, I could see like a plant that was like a rubber tree that, and then like the smell of dirt.
Very cool. So it's interesting because you got the bright room, but then your mind labeled it as greenhouse. So then you were doing the dirt and the plants. So it's important to remember to start paying attention to when your mind is taking over. So, because it seems like you were on the right thing with the impression of the bright room, but then your mind kind of like kicked in. At least that's what it seems like. Because the bright room would be correct. But then when you decided that it was, when you label things, you basically can change the whole route of how it goes, if that makes sense. And then we start just guessing. Good job. All right, Mark.
Okay, well, I've got the opposite of David, so I'm wrong, but it's all right. I had a more darkness, mustiness, so that's not a bright room. Circular, springy, something springy, and then when I went to draw, it was more like a wavy, like kind of waves, kind of what Jessica was saying, but more like ocean waves. So with peak kind of waves. So yeah.
And there is a person who has darker skin who's on this, so you did get that as well. And what was the other thing you said? Like a what, round shape or something? And
Circular,
there's wavy as well.
but
Circular,
wavy
yep.
also.
There's
Yeah,
also there's several circular things on this. Yep.
springy. There was something I got something that's kind of springiness.
Okay.
By springy, I mean bouncy, not necessarily like spring this season. Bouncy.
Right. So it's like yeah, movement.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Does anybody else want to share?
Jesselyn, I just wanted to say that Kay's putting her guesses in the chat, so I can read it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you for letting me know. Yes, exactly. Okay. Oh, wait, so that was for the impressions number 2.
Yeah, and the
Was
first
that-
one, she got a lot of
Oh, dang, I wasn't paying attention to that. Oh, okay. Kiss of the sun, meeting the moon, balance, impressions, strong bright light. Yep. Warm,
yeah.
floating air, surfing, tunnel clouds. Very cool. And then this one was pointy. Yes. Far away, vast, triangles, repeating, fractal line, outline, mountain energy. Cool.
Yeah.
So the image is of this beautiful African-American woman who is in a bright room getting her makeup done. And so like there is a springiness. I don't know if you've ever put on mascara, but there is a springiness when you're putting it on because your eyelashes like are bouncing, and there is that movement of that. And she also has, you know, one eye closed and she is puckered. So David, you kind of had that infinity sign, but it kind of, it looked kind of like the shape of her lips as well, but on the side. And you also have that top shape too. And then you have the, like her eye shape, and then you got the circular things, Mark. And Jason, you got the bright room, because you're exactly right. You were dead on that. Like in order to do a photo shoot, you have to be in bright light. So that you instantly nailed like the setting, which is really cool.
I had put down metallic too, so metal of some sort.
Oh yeah, there's
and so yeah,
yep.
interesting.
Yep, and she has the metal circular earrings. And then this card is pink and beige. And then there's like different colors on her eyeshadow and stuff. So
just a question for you, Jesslyn. Some people, some of the more famous, CIA workers or those that they hire can nail down, get a pretty good image of what's going on. Saddam Hussein, right? They found in a hole, the guy remote viewed could see where he was in a hole and pick out the exact coordinates of where he was located in this hole so that the SEALs or whoever could go get him. That's how the story goes anyway. But
I never heard a story. Wow.
You haven't heard that story? Oh yeah, that this is where, what's just beyond your time probably. Back Saddam was, it was 20 years ago. but yeah, they remote viewed. The CIA has, got a lot of people, on this sort of thing so that they can, our military defense really hires some high up, capable remote viewers. So my question for you, Jesslyn, is like, okay, where have you gotten to a point, like after, I don't know how many years you've been doing this, but to where you can kind of pick out the image itself, or how far along, and it's going to be different for different people. I just want to hear a success story. That's all.
Yeah, I feel like there is a success story with each of you, because you guys all had successes in some of these as well. There is this app that you can do that they give you 2 images, and then you have to remote view the one that is the one that they pick. And with that app, it just boggles my mind, because I end up getting everything to the image that they didn't pick, which is interesting. So it always feels like, I'm like, man, this is weird, because they pick 2 images and then they decide which one they're picking. So it's a very confusing app. It doesn't make sense, because they're still putting 2 different images in your mind. But recently I started doing off-planet stuff. So we started remote viewing off planet, and that was really interesting because I had never encountered beings before that. Like, yes, okay, maybe spirits and stuff, because I help people and my clients connect to their higher self. That's one of my specialties. And so I receive messages from like their team, but this was like a different thing. This was like an NHI, non-human intelligence, which was completely different. And that to me, I felt was very successful, at least for me in my journey. I was like, what in the world is this? And so I just received nothing but love and light from these energies, which is really cool. Yeah, that was magical. We went to the moon. I also was taking another friend of mine's remote viewing class, because I like to see how everybody does it, right? So these targets that I'm doing here for you now are super easy. Not easy, I'm not gonna say easy. It's just they're simple, I'll say. They're more like simple. When we do, it's nice to start off with something like this, because it's a little bit more simple. When you start getting into remote viewing actual places, you need to be able to have someone there in that location at the time to verify all of the information. So it becomes a little harder. So typically it's done with images. And so you can do this if you guys want to practice this afterwards. There are plenty of remote viewing sites that you can go and just practice. And that's basically how I got really good, is just practice. The more you practice, the more you get out of your own way. And it is a muscle. It really, really, really is a muscle. And so you learn a lot about yourself through this. Like I can literally look at all my old practice runs, and I can see, oh yeah, this was where I just pulled this out of nowhere. Like when you feel like it's coming from nowhere, that's usually when you're right. And then I can see where my mind kicks in. I'm like, oh yeah, and then I thought it was that. So then I went down this other train, which led me astray. And so by time and time after time of doing that, I'm now seeing when I'm in my head, and it's these subtle nuances, right? And there are practices to help you tap more into that, which is daily meditation, right? Daily meditation helps you tap into those subtleties and those nuances and helps you get out of your own way, right? I want to see if, I don't know where to break into the breakout rooms now that I've done this, because we did all that. Because I wanted to go into the breakout rooms for a minute, but I'm not seeing where that goes. Okay. Unfortunately, unless, yes?
Well, okay, I'm just looking at that Zoom support. Okay, so okay, sharing screen. I see, participate
Shouldn't be
and
just-
manage breakout
maybe
rooms.
I-
Okay, give me a second, 1 second. I got here. If it's quick, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, no, this is a very long list. That would take me a long time. Sorry, I don't know.
Okay. Okay, well then we're just gonna do it. We're gonna do it a different way. So what we're gonna do is we're going to all tune into one person. Just for the first one, I'll be that person. Okay. But we are gonna each all go around and take our turn doing this. Okay. So we're gonna practice some telepathy. And telepathy is nothing more than connecting into this frequency vibration. And so when we first started off this class, we were all visualizing sitting around this room together. So telepathy is an interesting thing because there's many, many, many ways people receive information. Okay, so I am very visual. So when someone is sending me a message, I ask them to show me the visual. I also have a very strong sense of smell in this reality. And therefore, when someone is tapping into the smell of this item that they're trying to send to me and the taste. So to be a good sender, you want to be able to include all of the aspects of how one might receive information. And that might seem like a lot, but you'll start getting the hang of it. So for instance, I want to send you orange. Okay, we're going to pick a fruit to be the first thing that I'm going to send you guys. I'm going to send you guys this image. So I'm going to do it out loud, but right now I'm going to be sending you orange. So I will in my mind send you orange, and I'm going to visualize an orange. I'm going to visualize a bunch of oranges, an orange tree. Then I'm going to slice the orange open. I might even put it in my mouth like this, or it's like the big orange in my teeth, juice dripping down my face. Imagine children laughing, running, whatever, so I'm imagining all these things, sending this to you and then there's the component that you want to include something that you either like or dislike about this thing, because it connects you to it. It sends a stronger message. So thoughts are electric, feelings are magnetic. So when you are sending these images or sending these messages, you want it to be electric and magnetic. So that means it can't be just like a static orange, although that does work sometimes. I have done that, but I'm trying to teach you guys the most broad spectrum way to do it so that you can have the best and highest success. Does that make sense? All right, so I am going to send you, okay, close your eyes, take a deep breath in. I am going to send you a fruit, and I will tell you when I'm sending it, but I'm going to write it down first. Okay. Okay, here we go. I've written it down. Okay. We're all tapping into this room together. We're all in this room. We're merging our consciousness together. Taking a deep breath in. I'm sending it to you now. And you can shout it out or put it in the text. You can type up a color if you can see the color of it, but don't know what it is yet. Still sending it. All right. Anybody get anything?
I got apple.
Okay.
Me too.
Anybody else?
I got lemon.
I got grapes.
Grapes. Okay.
I got the color red.
Okay.
Grapes.
You got grapes as well. Okay. Jessica?
Lemon.
Lemon. Okay. Do we have any other guesses?
Kiwi.
So the color of it is yellow. I sent y'all a banana.
Ah,
A banana. Yeah. So okay, cool. I'll try one more, and then we're gonna have then we'll have one of you guys send it to all of us. Okay. All right, let me pick another. Oh, we got yellow over here. Nice. Good, Peter. Good job. Okay, so closing your eyes, no reading my thoughts right now. I'm trying to think of a fruit. Don't want to throw you off. Good. Okay. I am sending it to you now. You can even draw it if you want to draw it. Sending you the smell. Sending you the color of it. Sending you it again. All right, what do we have?
Pear.
Okay.
I got passion fruit.
Ooh, you guys are all on the peas. That's good. Okay, smell orange fruit like clementine or persimmon. I do love persimmons.
I got a melon. Green
Okay.
melon.
I got a pear.
Okay, you got the pear too. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get anything. All I got was yellow and little square. I don't know why.
Oh, that's probably the closest.
Really?
Yeah, so it was pineapple.
Oh,
Pineapple. We got berry, raspberry, or strawberry. Okay. All right. So yes, it was pineapple. Beautiful. All right. So let's have David send us a color. And when sending a color, you can say the word silently in your mind, right? So I'm just going to say the word black, 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 black. So I like end up repeating it, but I also send the image of it. And then black, maybe it's associated with something like Halloween or black cat or something like that. So whatever color we send, we want to send something that looks like that will remind us of that color or bring that out. Does that make sense? All right, so David, go ahead and you can write down the color. Everybody else, just kind of blank out your mind right now, because while he's running through all the colors, we don't want to pick up any premature messages. And then you can either write it down, you don't have to, but you can if you like. And then what you'll do is you'll let us know when you're sending it to us.
Okay. I'm gonna imagine all of us in the same room. And I'm sending it now.
Blue?
I'm sorry, should I answer it?
You can say no or yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, I'm not ready.
Are you still sending it?
Yes, I'm still sending it.
Mm,
I'm getting gray.
No,
Yellow?
no. Kind of close.
We got a purple from Peter and we got an orange from
No.
Justin. Okay,
Can I
I got
answer?
green grapes.
green
No.
grapes. What was it?
I was sending red, but I was visualizing fire. Campfire, so I guess the orange and yellow kind of mixed in there. So I was visualizing fire, red, I don't know why. And also apple. I was thinking apple and campfire, stuff like that. Like trying to
Okay,
imagine the warmth, the heat coming off the fire and stuff like that.
okay, okay. I can see that. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call a fire red, but everybody
Yeah,
has their
my bad.
own thing. Yeah, no, it's fine. That's, that's the thing, like, that's the thing is like, we all have our own way that we relate to things too. So that's also part of this learning. It's like, you speak English, I speak English, you speak English, but we all speak different languages. And it's really interesting because we all have a different way we connect to things. So that's why when we're sending messages, it's nice to kind of go the full gambit as much as you can. But then when you're working with a specific person, like when me and David were doing this exercise in class, we were getting it. And it was awesome. And I know that
Yeah.
we can all get it here. And also, you have to believe that you can get it. And I believe that we can. So let's have Jessica send us. Okay, so let's do eating utensils. So that is a very small, limited thing. What, fork, knife, spoon, teaspoon, and maybe steak knife. So maybe there's like 5 options, okay? Not gonna get into the spatulas and all of that type of stuff, okay?
Okay.
So,
All right.
so go ahead and everybody plug your psychic connections while she's thinking of the thing. And then you can write it down if you want. You don't have to, but let us know. And you're going to say, I am sending it now. And then you can do whatever sort of visualization, and you'll explain what you did afterwards so that we can all get on the same page of how we relate to each other.
Oh,
So you'll let us know when you're sending it. Yes.
yes, I will. All right. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of different ways to send it, push it out. Okay. Okay. Got it. I got it. Sent.
I got fork.
I guess spoon.
Correct.
Yeah, David. Cool.
Yeah.
You got nice.
I
That's
was
cool.
guessing, I saw a spoon too.
Good. Yes.
Of course, we only have 3 choices, so it makes it easy. Spoon, fork, or knife.
Right, 5 choices.
Yeah.
Chopstick
But
too.
Oh yeah, and chopsticks. Yeah, we did
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
Forgot about that. All right, so why don't we do another one? Mark, do you want to send it?
Yeah, can we do a vegetable maybe?
Yeah, let's do a vegetable.
Okay.
We're gonna do a vegetable. So Mark is sending us a vegetable. Well, you're gonna tell us when you're sending it, and we're playing telepathy
Yeah,
games.
hold on.
He's-
Let me think of
he's now joining.
one here first.
Yeah, so no tuning into the psychic messages while he's thinking of his vegetable.
So should I think of the taste too? Should I be
Yeah, and
emanating
maybe even like a famous dish, but like you really want to hold that image of it, and you can even say the word over and over and over again. You'll want to keep sending it in as many ways as possible.
Okay, smell, taste, feel. All right, good.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
And you'll tell us when you're sending it, correct?
Yep, I'm sending it.
I got green pepper.
Right?
Doesn't know? Okay.
Oh,
I
I'm
got
not going to answer yet. I'll let others guess. before
Oh,
we
okay. I
Oh,
throw
understand.
it out.
got-
We got Alexandra says eggplant. Oh, you got eggplant as well? And then what did you get, Jessica? Oh, we got asparagus, gold.
Cool.
Okay, I got something bitter like arugula or collard greens.
Yeah, close. It's definitely on the bitter side. It's green. So if everyone's it's, and I'm sending out Brussels sprouts, cooked Brussels sprouts, right?
Oh, Brussels
It's a
sprouts.
little bit tasty, a little bit on the bitter side, cruciferous. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, but we
Nice.
got,
Okay.
yeah.
And then
But asparagus has that same, cooked asparagus has the same kind of taste. And so anyway.
yeah. So can you just lay out what you did? Like,
Yep.
well, first I sent the word, and then tell us what you did,
I was definitely going Brussels sprouts while visualizing it, while having the feeling of the smell, the taste of these braised Brussels sprouts, the kind you order from a restaurant that are already cooked and pretty yummy, that are a little bit charred on the top. So that's how I cook them. So I was trying to send out this image of a plate full of Brussels sprouts that are cooked and yummy, and while saying the word, over and over.
And you said charred? Because
Yeah.
Jessica got that too.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, and then this is, and sharing how we're sending the messages and getting the feedback. So obviously the bitter part, like you said, that's how you cook it with charred, which is awesome. And she picked up on the charred. So, just learning how.
Yeah, mine was like Swiss chard sort of thing. It wasn't like, but and bitter and green. Okay, so I got that wrong. I didn't get the chard.
No worries.
Right.
Beautiful. Okay, so Justin, do you want to send us a vegetable?
Okay.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, so go ahead and pick your vegetable that you're gonna send to us. So, and then you'll just let us know when you're sending it.
I'm sending it.
Got tomato.
I got carrots or hot pepper. I got two. I don't know.
I got something long and green, like asparagus or green beans.
Corn on the cob.
Ooh.
I also
Anybody
got
else want to guess? You got corn on the cob?
Yeah.
It was tomato.
It was tomato. It's funny because that's the first thing. The first thing I saw was the red, and I just like, is that tomato? And I was like, no, it's not tomato. And I go, oh no, that's the mind cock blocking you. And then I was like, okay, what I got was tomato.
Justin, tomato is not a vegetable. Tomato is a fruit.
Yep.
Is it? Oh shit.
Oh my
For the
God.
I was wondering if there was gonna be an issue like that before we started.
Okay. That's hilarious. Okay, so it was tomato. Jason, do you want to send us something? Let's maybe do like, okay, there's only 4 to choose from, the directions. So just maybe pick a, do you want to do it, Jason? Do you want to send us this? Okay, so Jason is gonna be, do you want to show your face while we're doing this? Just maybe to connect to those eyeballs, those beautiful eyeballs of yours.
Can you see me now?
Yay. Can you see me now? Yeah. Cute. Okay. All right. So I guess go ahead and everybody else blank out your mind, and he's going to pick a direction, and then he's going to tell us when he's sending it.
Okay, I'm sending it now.
First thing I got was north.
Me too.
And- Yeah, it was definitely north.
Oh, what? Oh, that's good.
Okay, so tell us how, because sending and receiving, they're each different skills, like literally. So tell us how you sent the message, Jason, because several of us got it, which means that whatever you were doing was successful for many of us because we connected. So tell us everything.
Tell us the secret.
First direct popped into my brain when you said the directions. And then so I just stayed with that thinking. I didn't think of any other directions other than north. Immediately after you said, let's do the directions, that's all I was thinking the whole time was north. And so then when you said send it, I just kept echoing it and saying the word over and over again and thinking of the compass point.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, oh, we got Northwest over here from Peter Higgins, you little smarty cookie. So I want to give you guys a little bit of homework if you guys are down for it. So I am going to be doing another little check-in for those of you who want to do this again. After you guys get some practice, my invitation for you guys is to play this game with people who are in your presence, who are sitting across from you. So homework is to at least play this game with at least 3 people. And the homework that I would like to assign to you guys, which is really fun, I call this thought transfer. So thought transfer is basically what you did, Jason. So you weren't necessarily sending us like, you know, the North Star image or anything. You were just like, you were very present on this. And I call that thought transfer when it's just where I'm just repeating the word and sending the energy of the word to somebody. And so you can pick whatever word you want, but I like to play this game when you're sitting at a party and you can kind of take a little back step, right? Because the holidays are coming up. So you can take this time to really to practice this. So you'll be sitting back and everybody's talking, and just think of a word that you want someone to say. So something like, I don't know, like orange, anyway, I picked that before because it's already there, but so you'll send this thought transfer out to the room, right? And just keep repeating it and sending that. And then listen for when, oh yeah, the orange jacket or something. Oh, can you hand me that? Aren't you glad to see me or something? So start listening for that. So it can be in a group. And I call it thought transfer. And it's pretty cool because you'll see who's picking up on it. And typically the people who are in the same harmonic frequency as you are the person who will just think of something that you're saying or you're sending out. And they'll just be like, oh yeah, did you know about that orange jacket? I was going to ask you about that. So it's a really fun game to play. Lori, do you want to send us something?
Yes.
Okay, let's do numbers 1 through 10. Does that work? Or unless you want to send something else?
No, that's great.
Or maybe like a month, because maybe that'll have more emotional connection than a number. But I don't know. Or maybe we could do both. Which one do you feel?
I don't know. The number first was good.
Okay, so we're gonna do, bye Peter, thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna do, this is Lori, and she's gonna send us a number 1 through 10. And so you already have your number picked, or if you don't, you could pick it now.
I do.
And then everybody take a deep breath in, blank yourself out, quiet your mind. And then Lori, when you're sending it, go ahead and tell us that you're sending it.
Okay, sending.
Dang, I got 2 really back to back. Not the number 2, but
Okay.
I got 7 and then 5. And Jessica, you got 3? And Justin got 3. David,
got one.
Mark,
I got 1.
1.
I got 8.
8. That was it.
Yeah,
Nice.
Jason.
Oh, yeah, good job. Good job.
Good
Yeah,
job.
and
Okay,
I heard North like so loud when it was his turn.
right? I did too. I heard North really, really loud. So can you tell us what you did?
Basically, I just thought I tried to send that number 8, and I thought of the infinity and just the shape of it. Basically, that's why the 3 I thought could have been close.
Ah, yes. Thanks.
Nice. Yeah, right. No, that's true. And then how was it for you, Jason, when you picked up on that message?
Honestly, I wasn't sure if it was number or month. And so August came in. So then I was like, well, I guess that's the 8th month. So it must be number 8.
What? That's amazing. Good job. That's really, really cool. So beautiful. So I feel like we're kind of starting to get warmed up here. Yeah. Does anybody else have a pressing desire to send one more before we're going to do one more remote viewing now that we're like warmed up?
I actually do.
Okay, cool. I had a feeling.
Okay. I'm
What are you going to send us, Queen?
Should I tell you what genre?
That would be helpful.
Okay. Soda flavor. All right.
A soda flavor.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Right.
she's going to send us a soda flavor when she's ready.
The best of the soda flavors. All right.
Okay.
You're just joking.
If you drink soda, but yes, okay.
Yes. I rarely do.
Then
Okay.
you'll let us know when you're sending it, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I am sending it to you guys.
We're all thinking of our favorite soda.
I know, right?
No, don't
It's
think
so
of your.
fun. It's not my favorite soda because I don't even like soda, but the first thing I got was Dr. Pepper. Nope.
I got ginger ale.
Ah,
Ginger ale. We got a root beer over here.
root
Right.
beer wins. That's
Root
root beer.
beer wins?
Yeah.
Root beer? Yeah.
It's root beer.
Coca-Cola.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
Nice.
Justin got it right. Woo! Root beer. Okay, so Justin, what did you pick up on? Like, how did you, what was your process?
I just visualized a mug, a root beer mug, and that's just what I kept seeing.
We can't hear him, Jessica or Jesselyn.
Maybe come closer. Sorry.
It's okay. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah. I just visualized I had a root beer mug just kind of pop into my mind.
Of a
Did you
mug?
send a root beer? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Did you send the image of a mug, Jessica?
I sent, the dark glass really stands out. So I mean, glass, although it was, but still, that's pretty interesting of the mug. But I was like, pretending we were like in a circle and I was handing you all a delicious glass or, of root beer, but, like root beer, but yeah, but it was a dark bottle, but still, I really did focus on the container because, root beer, I don't know. It's good.
Yeah, I guess I would imagine the root beer to come in that mug. I definitely felt that it was a dark liquid. I definitely felt that, but and then my brain put Dr. Pepper on it because that's just what the brain does. It tries to make sense of everything.
Wow.
Beautiful. Okay, so do you guys want to do one more now that we're all warmed up? Little
Sure.
remote viewing, one more?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what I want you guys to do is stand up and I want you to jump up and down a couple times. Jumping up and down, shaking it out, your hands, your arms, get all wiggy with it, right? Maybe even do a couple jumping jacks. The key is bouncing up and down, hitting your heels on the ground so that you can start exciting the cells in your body, getting some energy in there, right? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Coming back to our seats. Beautiful. And now we're going to do another target. So get some blank paper handy and your pen and give yourself permission to just tap in, not trying to be right or get it right. And the number we're going to write at the top of the page is 444555. So now we're visiting this target 444555. And this might be helpful. I left it out, but you can say, I, Jesselyn Desmond, am connecting to target 444555, just to speak it into existence. So you'll say your name and you can go ahead and just say what you're going to do. And then you can just go into it. Blanking your mind, allowing yourself to perceive any impressions that come to you. And if you haven't already started writing down your impressions, feelings, shapes, colors, what is your feeling about this image? What do you sense? Is it a person, place, thing, animal? Do you notice any subtle smell or taste? What does it feel like if you were to reach your hands out and touch it? Is there water here? What sounds do you hear? You can also put your hands out into space, feeling around, feeling any sensations that might come. Is it hard? Is it smooth? Furry? Rough? What are the textures? Write down anything and everything that runs through your mind. And go ahead and begin to sketch the target if you haven't already. I'll just give you a couple more seconds. And who would like to share first?
I start. I don't know. I try really hard, or maybe not I try too hard, but all I got was shape. This is what I'm getting.
Okay. Cool. So we got some, yeah. All right. That's cool. Okay. Thank you. And any feelings that came up for that when you
It's tingling. I tingle on my hand. Actually, when I put my hand out, I just feels like gentle electricity flowing.
okay.
It's weird.
Cool. Beautiful. What about you, Mark?
First thing I got was like a moon, but a sickle shape of the moon, you know, like a quarter shaped moon. So Milky Way-ish, kind of cloudy. That's descriptive of a, you know, scatteredness of clouds or Milky Way with some sparkle type stuff. And And an image more like a house came to mind, or a square with a triangle above it of some sort. First, I don't know if that's in the
Okay.
picture too. So, or a heart shape. Maybe it was more of a heart shape instead of triangle above the
Hmm.
square. So, yeah, a wild guess, but that's what kind of came in.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Jessica?
Okay, I will say I'm having a little harder time like not thinking at this point. So I'm kind of like,
Okay.
but I did get like fluffy, warm, like a hay-like smell, and I got the feeling of like against the grain or like in direction or counterclockwise or something like that. I don't know. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Interesting. Cool. And Lori, did you want to share your perceivings? All right. Did you want to share yours, Justin?
I didn't get much. I got a cylinder with a bumpy cylinder or beads.
Bumpy cylinder or beads? Okay. So beautiful. All right. So I'm going to just show it to you. So I noticed that you have so you and Mark both had like that shape of the whatever sickle moon, but and you have several and they're all kind of next to each other, which is their heads. And they're those shapes of the X and the other things, all your shapes, David, are on here, but it's 4 children and they're going out from behind each other in a counterclockwise position. Like if this was a movement card, you would see them and they would be popping out, yeah,
Oh, wow.
like that. And so you
Kinda
got
see
the
that one.
square. Yeah, exactly. And Mark, you also got the square. You said a square with a triangle on top, but you did get the square, and this is a square.
Okay.
So
I'll take it. Beggars can't be choosy.
well, it's interesting because some people are more textural as well. And remember, I was mentioning in the very beginning that someone actually drew the shape of the actual card that I cut out. Remember that thing that was folded? And I was like, what the, like we all relate and connect in different ways. And this is like also part of understanding ourselves, right? And so knowing that we connect to structure or shapes, you're very literal, science-based, Mark. So that makes sense why you'd be like, why you got the shape of the paper, right? It's like your materials, your actual physical, tangible things, right? And so this is all part of it. And so it's really interesting to see how we think and what perceptions come to us. Really beautiful job, you guys. I would love to take a moment for us to just maybe close our eyes, just take a deep breath in and just see if there's anything that is coming up for you, any ahas, anything you liked, anything you disliked. And then I'd like for us to share and
Yeah,
share what
I have
those
one.
things are. Okay, beautiful.
Yeah, the first one earlier, I didn't share, but earlier when we tried the very first one, I was getting a bunch of shape like this, and I wrote down holding finger. I was like, wait, what? When I held my hand out, felt like something was holding my finger, like that sensation. And then I realized you were holding a sparkle. The picture was holding a sparkle. And I thought that was really
Yeah.
cool. I was like, whoa, what was that? But I guess
Yeah,
it's
because
thinking,
they were all holding it with the fingers. Yeah.
yeah. That was the aha moment that I have.
Cool. Thank
I
you.
think your personality is wonderful, Jessalyn. I think that you really make this fun and interesting and make it pop. So I think that's as I look at bringing in my daughter's son to do this sort of thing, I'm like, oh, this you would resonate, right? And you're very productive. Like we did a lot in this class. In this hour here together, we did quite a bit. So I feel good about, if you keep up this through an 8-week course, people are going to jam, and that you're helping us recognizing that, hey, meditation, which, is a big part of it, right? The yin part of getting quiet, right, is going to be helpful for this type of thing. And so the positive reinforcement. So I really want to acknowledge your positive reinforcement and the language around that. So thank you for this.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. I'm really passionate about this, and consider that this is your guys' first time doing this, and you guys each nailed specific aspects of it. So we're already on the right track. And with, of course, daily meditation, that I cannot recommend that highly enough. Daily meditation and just focused breathing on your natural breath, as well as long, slow, deep breathing can help you quiet your mind to allow more perceivings to come through. And so in this course, so this was kind of like a little teaser course. We didn't go into like a bunch of stuff because it's an 8-week course that I'm going to be starting January 31st. So it's going to incorporate a lot, and we're going to have homework pals that we can practice with each other. And I will have the breakout room thing figured out by the time that we start the classes so that I can have you guys break up into pairs, because it really is very potent when it's one-on-one. I felt like every time that we've done the breakout rooms where it's one-on-one, it's like instant. And so, and because this is also, but that's also after knowing who our classmates are and getting that we're in the same frequency as each other. And so now this is our first time meeting. So imagine the next time when we all meet together, we're going to have a better understanding of each other. We're going to have a better understanding of how we receive, how we give, and all of that. Jessica, did you want to share?
Oh yeah, I really just thought this. I did once take a remote viewing class. I didn't take it. It was like a group thing. It was like a package of different things. But this was a really fun remote viewing. And thank you for teaching, about the different ways and how to perceive things. I would like to say one thing about the numbered thing for the image. I found before when someone when you're like, hey, come up with something for me to try to guess, like if you practice, people cannot help but give like a small little something away, even if it's like, or set you on a path to thinking if they give you any kind of clue, like maybe it's a rare image or they worked really hard to find it, but just giving you a neutral number. Really, there's no guessing, that's one of the things I noticed, but this was really so much fun. And yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
It is hard not to think though, at a certain point. I'm like,
it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing how much our minds just run our lives, and having a new practice where our mind isn't in control. Did you want to share, Justin? Just a little something, any aha moments or?
I think, just looking back at the remote viewing and kind of what I learned about myself, about how easy it is to just let one either sound or sight or smell kind of sway you off, and especially the second one. For some reason, I had an image of a cactus, and I put myself in the desert, and I heard rumbling, and there was a train, and that train took me way off of where it was where the picture was. So, just fighting the mind and just being still with it. So, learned a lot. Thank you.
Beautiful. Yes, thank you. Yeah, and that's the thing is now recognizing how strong our imagination is, and that's a beautiful thing. And then how do we not let our imagination get in the way of our true heart's connection. Because ultimately, we all are connected in our heart space. And so it seemed like when people were getting the things, it was maybe what they were excited about or what they were relating to. Really beautiful job, you guys. Thank you so much for being here and playing these games. If you guys have any questions in the future, I heard something. Did Lori want to share? Do you want to say something before we go? Hi, Jen. Jessica?
I mean, I look forward to doing it again, and yeah, I'm gonna do my little homework assignment. And yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed it a lot. And yeah. Oh wait.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And so just for anybody who's just joining on right now, the homework assignment is 2 things. 1, play the thought transfer game. That's where you're transferring a thought into a room full of people, where you'll step back and be a little wallflower and just think of like pinochle, 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 and sending it out into the room and see who picks up on that word. And then the other homework, or I'll call it play work assignment, is where when you're face to face with friends, be like, hey, do you want to play this game for 5 minutes? And that game is telepathy. So then you guys would be sharing whatever fruits, shapes, numbers, colors, favorite types of food, that type of thing. And again, it's a muscle. So the more fun that you can make this, the better you're going to be, because it really is about this joyful, playful space. And there's so much heaviness that can be around telepathy, like, oh, are people going to read my thoughts? And no, because then I can't lie. And but the truth is that when we're coming from a pure place and in this place of love and play, we want to share naturally. And so I feel like this world is moving to a place of transparency. At least that's my goal in my life and what I'm pushing for. And it's going to happen anyway, whether we like it or not, because things are accelerating and we are evolving, and everything is moving closer and closer to this level. If you notice the kids that are being born right now, they are telepathic. They don't know the difference between whether mommy is saying, how dare you do that, and what she's saying out of her mouth. They can't differentiate the difference, right? Because they can just feel the messages. And so it's important that we get our muscles working out. We got to catch up to these kids, right? Yeah. And maybe play this game with your kid, David. Play these games with kids, because they're probably going to be better than you, which is cool, because then you can tap into that.
Yeah, my son is only 4 years old. I don't know how I can play that, or what should I do? Just tell him to sit still, close your eyes when he's already wired up and wanting to go.
Well, you can ask him and say, hey, do you want to play a fun secret game with me?
Okay.
And then if he says yes, then be like, okay, so in your mind, secretly say the name of your fruit or something, and then see if you can guess it. I don't know. There's ways to get him to play. And you can also do the thought transfer with him. If he's sitting in the room, you could be sending him like apple, 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 right? And hey, daddy, can I have an apple?
Okay.
So like there's ways to do it.
Okay. Sounds great. Yeah. Yeah, keep that in.
in.
Yeah, keep that in mind.
Beautiful. Wow. All right. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for coming.
Fun. Thank you.
And yay. And then I also have a favor to ask you. Please email me any sort of feedback that you have. Oh, Papas. Email me any sort of feedback that you have in your experiences and any successes and anything that you want to share over the next several weeks. I'm sorry, BB, come here.
Aw,
Sounds good?
sounds good.
great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bye, everybody.